All right, I can explain. I'm just excited to go through another Meshuggah song, honestly. Like, I had almost picked this song for the last video I did, and I had looked through the lyrics of this one as well, had some thoughts come to mind, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'll get around to it later. I don't really want to wait another however many months. I'm still wearing the same shirt. This is a song that was recommended in a few different comments on the video I did for Obzen. A lot of people seem to really like this one. I'm excited because I haven't heard it yet. And regardless of what the song is like, I already know that the lyrics are very interesting and thought-provoking. So we'll have some good things to discuss. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go jump into the song. All right, still using the live video. The sound quality was perfect on the last one. Like and they play the song perfectly. Like, these guys are very, very good at what they do. So yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Yeah, there we go. Chug horses are back on the menu, boys. Oh, and Jens looks mad. Somebody towed his car. Oh my gosh. That little... That is great. Kind of a similar format to Obzen. That camera effect. Jeez. Okay, we're back to the China, and the guitars sound just slightly different. I like that. Wait, hang on. Wait. I love how he said that. Devoid of fragmentation. All right, here we go. I need to hear that again. That was really fun. Devoid. Very witchy. Gosh, I keep thinking there's like gonna be something else. It's just relentless. Just bends and disintegration. There's the extra syllable. Man. Wait. Did he say? Receptors activated. Okay, I had to hear that again. That was... Oh, that snare is working overtime. Get down. Thomas. How could you? Dude. Oh, that camera effect is nuts. Perspectives are distorted. This is a very... What is that? Wow! What is this? What is this? Oh. just subtle little changes to the riff. What are we doing? Back to the intro. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this song is great. I love seeing like 7 or 8 strings and then they're still like up here, but on the low string, you know it's gonna be either Viljarta or Meshuggah at that point. Oh man. That song is nuts. The bounciest of melodies.
It is, isn't it? Nice and cozy.
Wow. Okay. All right. And so, like I said, the video effects that they were doing that was like twisting, you know, the guitars, and it looked like it was water or oil or something. So between the visual effects, the like kind of disorienting sounds, and the out of key type sounds, I think that's a chromatic scale. Like when it sounds like really random notes, I think you just call that chromatic, and that makes it valid in music theory. I don't know. But either way, the music sounded weird, the video looked weird, and the lyrics are all about how reality's kind of weird. I love when bands have that much attention to detail, and when they put in so much work and time into their craft, that it makes sense. It was like a Salvador Dali painting. Like it looked like he was melting during the weirdest solo I've ever heard. So there you go. That's how you do progressive chuggy metal. That was very fun. So the overall meaning of this song is that people are so eager to see the deeper meaning behind everything, the deeper reality of our world, that sometimes they just overanalyze and see things that aren't there, make things up in their mind. And it's just that these details aren't really relevant. They're not connecting in the way that you want them to. Maybe this is their, you know, Alex Jones tribute song who sees a conspiracy theory behind every blade of grass. I'm not saying the guy's wrong about everything, just that he has a hard time sometimes zooming out, seeing that like it's not lizard people getting into our water supplies and suggesting procreation tactics to the frogs. You know where I'm going. I'm not going to say the words. I don't know. The chug horse has stomped my brain into oblivion, and it's happened. I'm seeing blurry. I'm doing exactly what they told me to do. I don't have much of a rational gaze right now. So anyway, they describe the way to kind of zoom out and see reality. Meshuggah describes this as blurring our eyes, kind of spreading out the details and taking in the bigger picture. That's the sense I get from these lyrics. And I agree with that to a certain extent, right? Like it's easy to overanalyze things and make connections that aren't there.
What is that? It's a tiny piece of paper. Okay, that's all it is. Tiny piece of paper.
So I get that this happens totally, and that we do need to kind of zoom out and blur our vision to an extent. So I'm going to talk about kind of the differences I have with that later. But have you guys ever seen those Magic Eye books from like the 90s, early 2000s, I want to say? These are books that you open it up, there's a page that just has a bunch of what looks like static, literally static on a TV on this page. And what they say is bring it really close to your face and then kind of allow your focus to relax and blur your vision a little bit, and then move it away from your face. And all of a sudden this 3D image like of a rabbit eating a carrot appears on the page. It's like there's a whole little world in this page. It's really a fascinating effect, very cool. And I would be willing to bet a non-zero amount of money that Thomas was thinking about these books when he was writing this song, in some form or fashion. I'm willing to bet. All right, so let's hear them describe it in their own words here. It starts right out of the gate. Squint your eyes to see clearly, blur reality to make it real. I don't think that this is the sarcasm. I think that this is the actual prescription. Like make your eyes blurry, stop getting so zoomed in on the details. Let focus go from your deceiving eyes. Your eyes deceive you. Like all the time, we can see things and we think we understand them, and we find out later that we were wrong.
I'm pretty sure none of that's real.
You're not real, man.
But again, I think that the part of the key to understanding this is that Thomas is not necessarily just a materialist. I talked about this in the last video, and I wasn't trying to say that he was a materialist. I was just saying when presented with atheism or the fact that there isn't really a God in control, like over us at all, what you're left with is absurdity ultimately. And in this case, they seem to be saying when you only look at reality, physical reality, you're going to get lost in the weeds. You're going to miss the forest for the trees. You're going to be zoomed in too far. And so the way to kind of open up, I mean, I think you could make a case that this actually kind of gets into the realm of, New Age spirituality, opening up your third eye and seeing the world for what it really is on the spiritual side of things too. So if that's what they're getting at, then yeah, Thomas is not a materialist. But yeah, let's keep going a little bit. Right here, this is where it sounds a little more New Age to me. Eyes reopened. So it's not just opening your eyes like when you wake up. They've been reopened in a different sense. Your receptors are activated, and I don't think that he just means your physical cones and rods in your eyes. I think he means like kind of spiritual receptors. And this is something that I've touched on a lot in the videos that I've done for Persephone. They talk about New Age stuff, kind of Gnostic, spiritual things a lot, and about how there is a deeper reality behind what we can just see, behind just this crude matter, as Yoda says. So we have to, open our third eye and to understand and perceive all of that well. Reality is untouchable, transparent, invisible. And that's actually interesting because that sounds like a description of God that Paul gives, that he is the invisible, immortal, to him be all glory. This is interesting that he's saying that the reality is more than again, stuff. Possessed, owned, and controlled by the common sense infected rational gaze. So we look at the world rationally, right? We don't need any of that spiritual stuff. We don't need any of this, deeper reality. And they're like, no, there actually is something. And a reminder, onward forever we walk amongst the ignorant, never stray from the common lines. There's a lot of normies out in the world, right? And they don't know what's going on. I guess that's what that line means. So yeah, that's interesting because that last part reminded me of the video I did for Carmen Yaka for their song Breathing. And also in the interview that I did with Jonas, he said that he feels like ancient peoples actually had a lot more to offer than we think. We sometimes think of them as all dumb. If we go back one generation and our parents don't know how to use smartphones and computers, but we do, that means that we are that much smarter than them. And if you go back hundreds of generations to ancient peoples, they must have been hundreds of times dumber than all of us, right? Jonas is saying, no, that's not the case at all. They actually understood a lot more things than we give them credit for. And in that same video, I talked about epistemology just a little bit, which is the study of how we know things to be true. And Proverbs tells us that the fear of God is actually the beginning of knowledge. So when people say, oh, I don't believe in God or Christianity because it's irrational and it's silly superstition.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
The Bible is saying actually believing in God is the pathway to understanding real knowledge. This song is trying to get at what is real knowledge, what is true about reality. And Jesus, also famously said that he is the way, the truth, and the life. So Jesus is claiming to be true. And Jesus is claiming to be the one who can actually show us who the Father is and why we're in this world at all. And so because of that, the answer is not to just isolate ourselves from the sheeple normies that surround us every day and then open our third eye and find truth in the world. The answer is to go to Jesus, submit to him, and then all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge are actually hidden in him. He's the one that can reveal that to us. So we do need to ask those deeper questions. I am grateful that Thomas brings the heat with the philosophy discussions and things that we need to wrestle with. So thanks, Thomas. Thanks, Meshuggah. And thanks you, whoever is watching. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. And I'm coming straight off the heels of the last video I made. If you haven't seen it yet, go check out the one I did for... I promise I'm not acting. My brain just sometimes short circuits. Have you guys... Okay, confession time. Have you guys ever had a really close friend that you've known for years, and then you're either referring to them to say, hey, look at so-and-so, and you're talking to someone else or whatever, or and you just forget their name? Has that ever happened to you? Or do I need to go to the hospital? I'm not sure, but either way, that just happened here. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, the last song I did was 4. Straws pulled at random. Yeah, it's not really gonna mesh very well. But yeah, that's kind of a hard one to untangle in my head right now. Again, after the chug horse did his stomping job, but